Hello, good morning, everybody, and welcome to this live cast. Now, I was calling this Setting Your Intentions for the Week, but you know what? I've had a bit of a change. Now, the reason why I've had a bit of a change is because I've watched a lot of people doing card readings, and I started doing the card readings as a way to connect again with intuition, as far as connecting with people and doing it all on Facebook and different platforms. But it just wasn't sitting quite right. I've given it a good bash. I've given it a good try, but it wasn't sitting quite right with me. So I am actually going to change it up a little bit. And what I really want to do is actually, which is what my business is all about, is about trusting your intuition. So learning to trust your gut. Now, there's lots of little tools and little tricks that you can use, and there's a lot of big ones you can use, and it's really quite challenging to try and put that across in a group situation. So I'm still going to do the individual card reading, so you'll still get that at the end of the session. But what I want to do is actually help you to start trusting your intuition. And I'm going to do it with a few different little techniques. So the first technique I wanted to do, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put something out for you, and then you can decide on what it is. So you can add it to the comments and do what you like there. So it's going to be a little bit different. But, and what I will do is reveal the answers the following week before we do the next little session. So today's session is like this. Okay, here is the cards. This is what we've got here. So to help you develop your intuition, rather than me just doing cards for you, to help you develop your intuition, I am going to put this forward for you. Now, these are my little card decks that I have created. Now, in here, you will see that I have got the three colours that are down on the ABC area. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to be shuffling these, so I won't know where they're going. And as part of your training, before I do the cards, is you to guess, using your intuition, which one is which. So I'm putting them down here, and you can decide, does one stay with A, or would you move that to there, or would you move another one to where it is? So what I want you to do in here in the comments is put down one belongs to, or A belongs to 1, 2, or 3, B belongs to 1, 2, or 3, and C belongs to 1, 2, or 3. So this is just a way of you being able to get an understanding of your what your gut's saying, what your intuition is sort of saying, which is which. So this is a little test. We've got a few. We're going to have a few little tests, but this is just some of the things to help you develop your intuition, because I can do as many card readings as you want me to, but honestly, that's not developing your intuition. That's helping mine for sure, but it's not helping yours. So in the comments, you can put down A equals whichever number, B equals whichever number, and C equals whichever number. And that way you're starting to develop your intuition. It's not just about me. So that's one of the things that I wanted to bring forward. It's all about getting an understanding. Oh, sorry, I've got comments. Oh, hi, Sal. I'll catch the replay. I love the card if you have a time. Okay, Sal, I'll do a card for you for sure. So yeah, this is all about you sort of developing your intuition. So this is where I want to go a little bit more to help you get an understanding of it. And I have little decks of cards that we can use that with. So for today, for this one, before I do the card readings, see if you can work out if the pink is if A is number 1, 2, or 3, if B, the green, is number 1, 2, or 3, and C is number 1, 2, or 3. That is it. What I'm going to be doing is actually giving out free readings, full 30-minute readings with that. So that's what I will do once you have got that. So to work this out, just sit quietly and just sort of contemplate on where you think they are. You can see the colours. We've gone with colours this time. We can do shapes. We can do numbers. We've gone with different things. So just see what yours is saying to you at this stage, and we'll go from there. It's all it is about you getting used to your intuition, not about anything else. So Sal's jumped on, and I will do a quick card reading for Sal because she is there. And this is your card, Sal. Oh, it's the cat. Oh, it's time to strike out in your own and relinquish your over-dependency on others. Oh, Sal, I would say this is more about even your belief in that you have the ability to do what you do. You will have been sort of relying a lot more on other people, which is not normally you. You're quite independent and you're have that ability to stand up for yourself. So you don't need to have a lot of other people to rely on, but you have been lately. And there's this underlying issue that you've had there that you, and it's not good enough. You just lost a little bit of confidence somewhere along the line and you don't feel that you're capable of creating what you need to do. So the cat for you is about domesticated, but it's time to strike out on your own and relinquish that over-independency. Even if we're looking at the cards, even if we're looking at getting all that information from everyone else, when we maybe need to just be a little bit more confident in yourself and go, well, hang on, do I need to ask someone else? Do I need to get all that information from everyone? Because you start to get that overload, that information overload. So sit back in your own self at the moment and try to allow that dependency to go and just become more independent on that. So, Sal, that is your card for today. Now, there is a couple of others looking on. I don't know who you are. You haven't said hello, but I can quickly do a card reading if you want, just a single card reading. If you catch the earlier video, you will, earlier part of this, you'll see how you can help develop your intuition. So this is your card, Walrus. And your card is remain vigilant about the current situation. Pay attention to the signs and omens and let them dictate your choices. You've got something going on here and it's quite overwhelming and you're not sure where to go and what to do with it. So with that sort of a situation, it's saying, look at the signs and symptoms. So it's saying trust your intuition. Look for the signs and the omens, the little triggers that tell us what we should be doing or guide us in a way that is really, really relevant. And when we look at the walrus, it's so big, and so this issue, you actually feel a little bit overwhelmed with this. This issue feels quite in your face, large, enormous, really starting to get to you, and you don't know which way to go. So you're feeling a little bit confused with it, but that's all right. Watch the signs and symptoms. You might hear a song on the radio that sends you that sends your thoughts going. You may see a sign as you're driving down the street. Somebody may say something. It's all these little signs that are guiding you. Now, again, you don't have to make a huge decision on every single omen or every single sign you see. But what you do need to do is go, why did I hear that? Why did that one come up? Why was that noticeable? Why is that song playing constantly in my head? I don't know about you, but sometimes I wake up with a song in my head. Why? What are the words in there? What are the feelings that are attached to it? They're all the little signs and symptoms that your intuition is telling you what you need to do or what you can do. Yeah. So they're the guides for you. So that one's yours, is the walrus. And that is all I've got. Oh, hello. So it's a Facebook user. Hi, Susan J. Hello. I don't know who you are. Sorry, I can't. You've got to give StreamYard permission before I can see your actual name. Can I have a card, please, and have a reading today? Yes, you can. Again, I can't see who you are, but it's a little smiley face, so I will do that one for you. And this is yours right now because I'm running out of time. Polar bear. Okay, so yours is stand up for yourself and speak your truth respectfully and compassionately with no attachments to outcome. This is really important. I have a lot of trouble with this sometimes. You get a bit concerned about what you're going to say because things aren't feeling quite right and you need to say something, but you get very concerned that you're going to say the wrong thing and create the wrong problem or create another problem, another issue. But you need to stand up and speak your piece. Now, like a grizzly bear, like a polar bear, you don't have to be standing up and going, rah, this is what I think. Although we do tend to do that if we're having trouble speaking our truth. But try to be a little bit more consistent with it, and try to be a little bit more gentler with your people that you're talking to. So with this one, it is stand up for yourself and speak truth respectfully and compassionately. But the other part of it is without the attachments, okay? So how they take it on board, how they understand it, how they listen to it, or how they understand it, how they take it on board is not up to you. Oh, I have frozen. Okay. It may come through. Sorry. I've lost vision too. Why is my internet playing up? I'm going to keep going, see if it does record. It may come back on as a recording. You might be able to play back and hear it again. So I'm going to continue just in case, because I believe even though I might have frozen, the video may still keep going so you could watch the replay. So I'm going to keep going. Fingers crossed. Okay, sorry about that. Frozen, polar bear frozen. Oh, dear. And we're not even in retrograde, so it shouldn't be playing up. But anyway, the second part to that, as I was saying, it's no attachments. Often when we say something, we're so attached to what the outcome could be that we do get either very, very loud and angry because we have to say it and we're scared of the attachment to it or the outcome. But we have to let that go and just sort of go, talk from our heart, speak from our heart, and sort of go, this is how I'm feeling, this is what it's about, and be truthful and honest, and sort of go, well, if they choose not to do anything about it, so be it. If they choose to do something about it, so be it as well. We can't be attached to the outcome. All right. So allow that to be. That's for this week. All right. There's something you need to speak to somebody about. Okay, that's all good. All right, because it's played up again, as usual, I will leave that be. That's all of them. Thank you for listening and thank you for being there. And remember to see if you can do this to help your intuition. See if you can do this. Now we know that the 3 colors are in there. I showed you earlier. Is number 1, that color behind there, does that belong to A, B, or C? Does color number 2 belong to A, B, or C? So pop it down in the comments. A is number what? B is number what? And C is number what? And I will reveal these next week for you. So yeah, it's just a little bit of fun, a little bit of way to develop your intuition. And that's it from me today. Have a great week, and I will see you next Tuesday. Okay, bye for now.